Hey, happy, beautiful, amazing day. Dr. Bob Rakowski here out of Houston, Texas. This video was inspired by an exchange I had with a Facebook friend. They said, you know what? My doctor said I'll never see my 50th birthday. Well, my question is, how does he know? How many times have doctors told people you've got the incurable, you've got this, you've got that, but it really didn't turn out to be that way? And how about a classic case like Stephen Hawking? He was given a few years to live, and he lived over 50 years more than that. And probably what's even more profound about this case is that he was basically told, you know what, sorry, your life is going to be complete misery. But when he got essentially disconnected from his body, he said he felt that it allowed his mind to expand, and absolutely one of the greatest thinkers and greatest scientific contributors of all time. And then there's this patient, a beautiful patient of mine had a 9-hour surgery trying to remove cancer from her brain. And the doctor said, it's aggressive cancer, too bad for you. You go home and get your affairs in order. You're going to die. And I wrote the foreword to her book. And by the way, there's a picture of her, I believe at that point, 9 years cancer-free. So what do doctors know? And by the way, I'm of the mindset that you just tell people what it is. Hey, you're dealing with this. It's tough to deal with, but at every stage, every circumstance, someone has beat it. Why not you? Why not now? Then there's that question of nature versus nurture, because this individual this morning was told, well, you've got this rare genetic disorder. Well, what we know is that our genes are actually minor players. So when we look at cancer, they say, yeah, there's BRCA genes and other genes that increase cancer risk, but that's maybe 5 to 10% of the risk. Your lifestyle choices are going to make up 90 to 95% of your overall wellness. Time magazine cover story, why your DNA is not your destiny. And they're talking about epigenetics, which literally means above the genes. Your lifestyle choices are above the genes. Your genes can do some very, very, very different things based on what you tell them to do. So this is Gwyneth Paltrow as she is. This was in the movie Shallow Hal. But imagine if these were identical twins, and they're not, but you can have identical twins that are that different. So I was lecturing at a conference in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and it was a natural conference, an orthomolecular conference, and there was a medical doctor up there, and he showed a picture of him and his twin brother. And by the way, the difference was about as profound as Gwyneth 1 and Gwyneth 2 here. And he says, here's the difference. My brother, bought into the medical model, started taking drugs in medical school, and every couple of years added a drug. Well, now he's on medical disability, morbidly obese, diabetic, hypertensive, and who knows how much time he has left. Whereas, this guy clearly looked 25 plus years younger and maybe 50 years fitter. So lifestyle choices absolutely matter. Great story here, Tom Rath. Book Eat, Move, Sleep. At age 16, he lost an eyeball to cancer. And when the doctors looked at him, they said, well, too bad for you. You lost a genetic lottery. You got tumors everywhere. You got tumors in your spine, in your liver, in your lungs, in your pancreas, and you won't see your 37th birthday. Well, in this picture, he is 45 years old. And by the way, the picture of health, he's married, he has kids. This genetic issue he didn't pass on to his kids. He was very worried about that. If I have bad genes, do I want to bring people into the world with this challenge? And the reason he wrote Eat, Move, Sleep is because when he eats right for him, his tumors shrink. When he moves right for him, his tumors shrink. When he sleeps enough for him, his tumors shrink. And that's one of the things we all want to know. What do we need to do to maximize our wellness? And I'll extend it beyond that. I've talked about the Magnificent Seven for decades at this point. You've got to eat right, drink right, think right, move right, sleep right, poop right, talk right every single day. And you may have heard the 80-20 rule. Wouldn't it be nice if 80% of the time we could do the right things and 20% not? Maybe if you have superior genetics metabolism, I happen to think most of us need to be about 90-10. Do you have latitude? Sure, 10% of the time. And if you're really struggling, you might want to be about 99-1. Nobody's perfect, but you got to be close to turn the momentum around from health that is sliding in the wrong direction. Dean Ornish, I was a co-lecturer at a major conference with him almost 30 years ago, very famous researcher. But here's what he said: if you're going to make sustainable changes, these changes must be pleasurable. So I found out long ago, if we give people things that are super nourishing, like a super healthy cup of coffee or tea, delicious shake, hot chocolate for kids, that are turbocharged. And yeah, you can even have a guilt-free mocha. You know, that's where magic happens. When people enjoy things that are really good for them, lives can change very, very, very dramatically. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m., I have an Ask the Doctor. I should say almost every Tuesday, maybe if there's one on an international holiday or if I'm, you know, on vacation, which that's been kind of slow lately. Definitely not going to travel until the world normalizes. So, you know, I like it here in Texas. Texas seems to be pretty normal. But we Tuesdays at 6 o'clock will deal with a major health topic, and then we will open it up for health questions. As always, I'm Dr. Bob Rakowski, absolutely knowing that we can all be happy, healthy, and successful. So enjoy this epic, beautiful, amazing day.